Hello and welcome to DPN TV here at the DPN Car Collection, and I thought I'd do this little video following on from the series of things we want to do to our new Rover 75 Connoisseur that we've just added to the collection. And one of the things that we wanted to get sorted out straight away so it doesn't become damaged is the spare key fob. It's the type of key fob with the key blade in it, and as you can see, the rubber buttons have worn away and completely been pushed in, which must take quite a bit of wear to do that, I would have thought. So what we've done is, because the blade is okay and the circuitry's working okay, we've bought just a new top part of the key, and as you can see, it's got the buttons already in it, the rubber buttons there. So once you change it over, it's more or less like a new key fob. You won't be able to do this if these buttons aren't working. This isn't going to sort out that problem. You'd probably need a completely new key fob tuned in, which I know costs a lot of money. Or they do sell these little buttons that you can unsolder them and solder the new ones in, which I'm not quite sure how successful you'd be. I've no doubt it can be done, but you'd want to be pretty sure you didn't damage your key fob further when doing that. Now, I've already sort of took this to bits to make it easier for the filming, but basically, like on this one, the key fob comes apart, and what you need to do is very carefully with a screwdriver just put it in the side and lever it, and then put it in this side and lever it. And as you can see, it comes apart. It's coming apart a lot easier because I've already done it, and that reveals you the two halves. And I don't throw this half away because it's got a little chip in it, and this chip here is the chip that allows your car to start. So when you turn the key, the immobiliser, I think, sends a signal out, and this sends one back to say it's okay to start. So don't discard that. And again, with a little screwdriver, just very carefully prise this chip out, and you don't want to lose this chip. So what I'm going to do is I've got a little tape roll here, and I'm going to put that in there so I don't lose that. Now that bit is sorted out. The next thing to do is to take your circuit board out, and what you've got here is two little plastic clips, one there and one there. So again, if you just tease them with the screwdriver, being very careful, and then your little circuit board will ease out. And again, I'll put that in there, so that's nice and safe. So the next thing I'm going to do is put this little chip back into the back of the new key fob, making sure it's the right way round, and just dropping it in and pushing it right down and in, and that just makes sure that that is less likely to get lost while we do the other parts. So I can put that out the way, knowing that is relatively safe in there. Now all you need to do is remove the blade from here and put it into your new key fob top piece. So that's what we're going to do next. So we've managed to get the blade out of the key ring, and that was quite a task, very fiddly, but it consists of the blade, this little pin, and this little insert. So what I'm now going to do is put this back over the blade like that, and then we're going to put this pin back through, and this plastic clip then will insert back into the new key ring, and then it's just a case of tapping this little pin back through the key. So that's the little plastic clip now back on the bladed key. So now it's a case of just reattaching it to this. And what I've done, really just to make sure, I know glue won't actually hold this in, it's the clip, but what I'm hoping is that the glue will sort of set round it and make sure it can't easily come out. I mean, it could cause problems in the future if you needed to change it, but I'm not planning on changing the key ring or the key fob that often. I'd rather know that some glue will set around it and make a much tighter fitting and seal. And that's good because I've heard that click in, so none of the plastic hopefully was damaged, and that glue will just sort of expand in there and make sure that it can't easily come out, and I will feel happier with that. Now it's just a case of putting the electronics part back in. So with the electronics part of the key ring, you can see it matches the shape, so that's easy to get that round the right way. And then it's a case of easing it in at an angle to go underneath the first clip, and then just a case of gently pushing it down so that it clips into the other clip, and that's now held in. Of course, we've got the new back, and the chip is in there nice and held in and not going to come out. So now it's a case of putting that back in. Now the batteries in this do appear to be quite good, but if you are thinking of changing it, hopefully you see it on another camera, it's a CR2032 and it's 3 volt, and it's just a case of prizing that out of the keyring to change the battery. And that's it all clipped together. So that's now got the original blade in, so that didn't need cutting. We've changed the chip and the electronics, and we've got the nice new button. Now what I would advise is only doing one key at a time and then going and testing that that key does actually work, because the worst thing to do is to do both keys and find that somehow you've damaged them and you've got no way of getting in your car. So make sure the one you've done works and opens the car, and then once you're sure that, move on to change the key ring on the other car. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight. Fairly smoothly to do. As I say, the only problem was getting this blade out, and that was a real fiddle, and a lot of sort of pulling the blade out and leaving that little bit of plastic out. It took quite a bit of time, which is why I didn't film it, and it could be this keyring was a bit tight, so I don't know, that will always be the problem you have. But apart from that, yeah, fairly straightforward to do, and hope that gives you an insight on how to do it if you're going to do it. As always, don't forget to check out our other videos and subscribe, and look at our Facebook and Twitter as well.